YouTube? It's your boy Corretti J back with another video, and today I'm doing another reaction. Make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications so you can catch when I drop more reactions or any type of other videos that I will be doing on this channel first. You know what I'm saying? So today we're gonna be reacting to the new update on EDP445. You know, you was on some real stuff, some real weird stuff, I should say. And well, we finna see what's going on with that. So let's get into that.
EDP445 has been fired from 3 different jobs over the last couple of weeks as
He deserves to.
a result of people exposing his employment to TikTok. He's apparently completely out of money and as a result has been evicted from a few different properties and he's now living out of a suitcase in a couple of unconventional crappy locations. However, the craziest update in the EDP445 tragedy is that only 3 weeks ago, according to one of his former YouTube buddies by the name of Felipe, the big man himself has actually been put behind bars.
This is the Henderson, Nevada Detention Center. Inmate Brian Moreland would like to receive the call, and I said yes.
Things have
That nigga would have called me. I'd have said decline. I don't want nothing to do with what you got going on, Brody. We not friends. I can't rock with you. I can't indulge in this type of nah. We not about
gotten so bad for EDP that right now as we speak, he's applying to have his name legally changed. However, in a world of tit for tat where you unavoidably reap what you sow, it's hard to say that this punishment is undeserving. And in this video, you'll see how bad things can truly become if you...
This is what I don't get. You do the messed up stuff that you do, and then you want to change your name because the backlash that you get. Like, no, man. Like, you need to take all credit for what the fuck you done did and take all that come with it, because that's just not cool. Like, you don't do nothing like that. So it's like you deserve everything that you get. And I hope when you do switch your name, if you even get to switch your name, they still be on your heels.
Plant weeds in your garden as opposed to flowers. To what extent should a person's life be ruined for the mistakes made in their own past? At what point, if ever, should EDP445 be forgiven for his own foolish decisions? Does EDP445's work completed prior to his
There's no forgiving that. There's no forgiving that. You're a grown man and you're trying to indulge in kids. There's no forgiving that. Not me. I'm not. You're lucky it didn't come up missing nowhere, because play with mine, that's what's gonna happen. We not gonna play them games.
Cancellation hold any residual value, or was it rendered completely and utterly useless from the second he showed up to that cursed Bakersfield motel? We asked this last question because prior to the 18th of April 2021, things were actually going
Fat stinking nigga. What bitch wanna lay with you? That's what my boy BD Siegel said. Fat stinking nigga. Oh, nah, it was Jada about that. Fat stinking nigga. What bitch wanna lay with you?
reasonably well for EDP445. If you look at his Social Blade graph, you'll see that he gained 520,000 subscribers over the course of 2 months in April and May of 2020. People loved him because he was one of the last few YouTubers who had absolutely no filter. He was unconcerned about ad revenue and therefore swore like a trooper while tackling some of the most crass yet hilarious topics. EDP445's unconventional mind was always spoken honestly, so he stood out as unique. It's
That nigga ugly as shit. Word of my mom's, he ugly as shit.
not surprising either. In a world where everyone else online is always walking on eggshells, trying not to offend anyone, EDP445's brash attitude and unapologetic approach to life was somewhat refreshing for those who saw the world in a similar way. However, of course, such an approach wasn't without controversy. In 2017, as a result of his unconventional content, he'd be banned from YouTube for a period of 2 weeks, while Twitter was a little harsher, placing a ban on his main EDP445 account permanently. Additionally, after hitting 1 million subscribers in early 2020, YouTube refused to send EDP a gold play button, stating that the channel didn't match their eligibility criteria.
Because according to them, my channel doesn't match the criteria. I'm like, my channel has 0 community guideline strikes. It has 0 copyright strikes.
EDP would gain support from other large YouTubers such as Some Ordinary Gamers, who stated that the refusal was stupid.
YouTube, can you just give this dude his play button? If he doesn't get his play button, I'm gonna buy him his play button.
While EDP was also made a custom YouTube play button by a fan of the channel, displaying the love and support he had from the community at the time. However, perhaps you
And it's so crazy, it's like, people was behind him, rocking with him, all that. And it's like, you're doing this buffoonery, like, come on, dog. Like, kind of man is you, my nigga? Like, you doing this weird type stuff, and I don't know.
YouTube and Twitter were able to see something objectively that those who loved and supported him could not. They might have seen that a man with such an unfiltered mind may have also been hiding some dirty skeletons in the closet, and correct is what they would eventually be. On the 18th of April 2021, EDP445 was caught in 4K on his way to pick up a cupcake. The topic was,
And that's when I found out about him, when he got exposed. Like, I watch YouTube, I watch a lot of stuff, but I've never heard of him. I never seen none of this stuff until that had happened, and I was like, whoa, this guy's out of line.
covered by almost everyone in the commentary community.
I'm sure by now many of you have at least heard of the EDP445 situation.
Creators who supported him in the past, such as Some Ordinary Gamers, would upload a video titled EDP445 needs to be arrested immediately.
Why has EDP been dropping hard? Because EDP is an individual that actually got Chris Hansen.
And after it was revealed that a similar situation had occurred as many as 8 times prior, many considered EDP unforgivable, and his life would subsequently descend into a state of chaos, what you might call the beginning of the end.
And that's what he deserves. Like, he really deserves everything that he gets. Like, I hope when he in there in jail, I hope they in there violating this man every day, because that type of stuff, that CP shit, that shit is not, like, that shit is not tolerated in jail. Like, you get extorted, beat up, violated. Like, I've seen some crazy things when it comes to that. Like, we'll get deeper to that another day.
In the 7 days following the expose, EDP445 would lose 200,000 subscribers, almost 10% of his entire count. However, how many followers he lost initially didn't actually matter, because 7 days later, his remaining 2 million subscribers would disappear entirely after YouTube decided to ban his account altogether. At the time of his banning, EDP was exactly 30 years old, and had been creating content since 2010 when he was 19 years old. So the 179 million views deleted in the process meant that his entire portfolio of work completed in his 20s, 10 plus years worth of labor, was wiped out quite literally overnight. One mistake was all it took for YouTube to decide that EDP445 no longer deserved either his celebrity status or any kind of record relating to any of his work completed in the past. Another method that EDP had for earning an online income was Cameo. You could order a personalized video and get EDP to say anything you instructed him to for the low price of $44. However, following the infamous cupcake event, Cameo would be contacted by numerous individuals who would receive responses along the lines of, "Hey there, thank you for reaching out. Our team is aware of the allegations and are actively investigating this. Thank you for bringing it."
Yo, that's the true meaning of cancel culture, nigga. Everything said fuck you, nigga. We got nothing to do with this shit, nigga. We want no parts, nigga. You on your own, nigga. You gotta figure this out. I don't blame them. Anything that ain't, if you do any of this type of stuff, I think everything should just be taken away from you. It's like, it's crazy because some of these people do this type of stuff. They get locked up, and they really don't do a lot of time, and they come back home and they just end up doing the same weird thing again. So it's like, stop being so easy on them, like, because when they in there, they getting tortured, and even when they in prison, sometimes, you know, they allow people to not mess with them or not extort them or not treat them bad because, you know, they complain to they peoples, and then the peoples will call the higher ups, and that's if it makes it there. But sometimes it does. But certain jails will protect these people, and it's like, why are we protecting them? Like, they deserve everything they get. They done did something to a little kid that had no consent, don't know what they're doing, or, you know what I'm saying, or trying to do at least. We don't know what he done did before. He probably done did this plenty of times in the past. We just never knew.
To our attention, kindly Melita. Less than a week later, EDP445's Cameo account was deleted. Another income stream had gone up in smoke. EDP445 then attempted to switch to Facebook. However, after gaining 6,000 followers, he'd be banned from the platform. It was the same story over on Instagram. His main account was terminated, at which point EDP was likely coming to terms with the harsh reality of his cancellation. However, just before his Facebook was deleted, he'd make one final interesting announcement. He planned on making his own website to which he would continue posting videos.
EDP445 announced over on Facebook that he will be making his grand return to the internet with his own website to...
This shit look fire right here. What game is this? Is It's Far Cry or something. I don't even know what this is. Hey, if y'all know what game this is in the comments, let me know. I would like to play this. It looks fire right here. So please, down below in the comments, let me know what game this is if you know. Please, thanks.
To return to his old video type, I guess.
Just want to let you guys know, man, EDP445.com is coming soon. Been about like a week, maybe 2 weeks from now.
EDP445 seemingly got to the point of fully building the website, as discussed by Tipster here on YouTube.
It still says coming soon, still says today's date. It does look like EDP is actually serious about this whole launching a website thing.
However, after an apparent falling out with his website developer, as mentioned in a Reddit comment, the launch seemed to fail.
Update, the website is now returning an error 500. So it looks like he's been having a little bit of trouble launching the site. Hasn't been working so well for him.
And to this day, the page remains as an unlaunched, inactive website. In spite of how much of a scumbag EDP445 truly was, you have to give him credit for sheer determination, because he
just looked like a scumbag though. Like, he just looks weird.
begin to upload videos on another third-party website called 3Speak TV, where his account would be met with the same fate. It was banned.
He wrote, for some reason my channel was deleted. I don't have a clue what's going on. I didn't violate any guideline. Can you please tell me what's going on? EDP.
After this ban, it seemed as though EDP445 was slowly getting the message from each and every website. His career on the internet was finished. However, the internet wasn't finished with ending his career. Rich from Review Tech USA would state that he might be able to get a job working somewhere like Starbucks. However, it was only going to be so long before the trolls would come and inform them of his past.
But I don't even know if you could get a damn job at Starbucks and keep it, because you know the trolls are going to come after you and say, oh yeah, that guy you just hired, I wouldn't keep him employed. You'd probably lose a job at that coffee shop too real quick.
Rich would be correct in this statement. EDP445 moved from Bakersfield, California to Henderson, Nevada following the expose, where it seemed as though he managed to land a job as a Lyft driver in October 2000.
Oh, hell no. This nigga was a Lyft driver? You think I'm gonna let this weird nigga pick me up in my kids? If I would have ever got in the Lyft and seen that nigga, I would have punched him dead in his shit, because I already know what he on. Like, and then if I'd have had my kids with me, oh, nah, boy. You might not even have said nothing, but I just know what you do. So it's like, no, you're not even gonna be around mine. It's like, this on site, like, me and you, me and you really got beef. Like, you're not playing them games, man. Like, nah.
21.
And I'm surprised they ain't step on him out there. Like, they don't play out there in Cali and in Vegas. Like, something happened to you out there for real.
However, this job would be fairly short-lived, as a video posted to TikTok by a user called Lennon Jimenez would expose EDP445's Lyft profile.
Bro went from wanting cupcakes to driving for Lyft.
And his position as a driver would subsequently be removed by the company. The situation would promote Reddit discussion, with one
as it should be.
Post stating EDP as a Lyft driver, how the mighty have fallen, which received comments such as, can you take me to the grocery store? I'ma go buy some cupcakes, and I hope he doesn't get on any food delivery apps. MF would eat my fries and I'd have missing slices of pizza. However, somewhat hilariously, it was revealed shortly thereafter that EDP had in fact been driving for both Uber Eats and Grubhub, which would also both fire him after finding out about the drama.
He was driving Lyft, he was driving for Grubhub and Uber Eats. And all three of those companies fired him.
According to a very basic unconfirmed source, EDP also apparently applied at Chuck E. Cheese, but for
is this nigga out his fucking mind? He applied at Chuck E. Cheese? Like, now you need your ass beat. Now you need your ass beat. I hope they fucking you up in there. You applied for like, your mind that fucked up, my nigga? Like, that's crazy. Like, he applied for Chuck E. Cheese. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? That don't even make sense.
obvious reasons, didn't seem to get the position. EDP445 no longer had the ability to make money online or in real life, as this revealed, unless he were to find some extremely low-skill niche job where they wouldn't check his name online and where he wouldn't have to interact with any customers who might expose him to whichever company he might be working for. With so many obstacles in the way of finding even the most...
Once you know about 2 million motherfuckers that subscribe to your shit, there's not too many places you can and can't go that they're not gonna know that you. Like, you gotta move to a foreign country or some shit, because it's like, as far as America, and you're not gonna survive. Like, you might, but it's gonna be real hard. Like, cause you had a status behind you. Like, you was kind of like famous, so it's like you were known. It wasn't like you was a regular person doing something and then you came back out and tried to survive in the world. But
basic of jobs, it's hardly surprising to find out that EDP has been attempting to change his name legally. The application shown on screen states that Bryant Moreland applied for a name change with the Nevada County Court on the 21st of October 2021. The strange part about this is that when you try and search the court register from the Reddit post by typing in his name, Bryant Moreland, it now states that there are no results found, possibly indicating that EDP445's name change has been successful and he's no longer known as Bryant Moreland.
As you can see, I did type in his name, Moreland Bryant, submit, no results found.
However, the problem with this, as outlined by the EDP445 subreddit, is that
KDA, should we show them how we do it every day?
sorry.
that he's not exactly hard to spot. This idiot thinks this will fix anything, LeMayo. He will be spotted everywhere no matter his name. He should flee to Cuba or something like this. Changing his name isn't a good idea since it's gonna get leaked anyways. What good does changing a name do when you're as easily recognizable as him, lol? He needs to lose hundreds of pounds and get a hair transplant. Perhaps the goal is to have his name hidden for long enough in order to get a job, as other sources state that he's been unsurprisingly struggling with money.
He's broke. Like, YouTube made him money, but after having that, he got broke real quick.
A user by the name of Master at Work, who was one of the
Yeah, he got broke real quick because he was used to living a certain lifestyle and he thought he was going to continue to live his lifestyle and thought he was going to bounce back, but it didn't work like that. But that's what you get. That's what you deserve to happen. Like, you deserve everything that's happening to you. Like, whatever happens to you from here on out, it's just, you deserve it. Like,
people trying to expose EDP all the way back in 2020 stated in October that EDP had less than $3,300 cash left in his account, plus 2 cars and a couple of other things that he might be able to sell.
The only income that he has, other than the $3,300 that he has left in his bank account, is maybe the 40 grand in weapons and the 2 cars that he owns.
However, in the 2 months since October, users on Reddit used his car's license plate to confirm that EDP445 has sold one of his cars, possibly indicating that his cash stack has dwindled even further. In the same live stream during which Master at Work would discuss EDP's financial situation, it also mentioned that EDP had been evicted from his apartment complex as the property owner received numerous complaints about having him as a tenant.
Call up Spur Apartments and verify it for yourself. EDP will no longer be living at Spur Apartments. The reason why he got evicted is because of constant harassment the property owner has been getting.
Since then, EDP has been living out of a suitcase at various hotels. However, even then, his detractors have been going around trying to get him kicked out of wherever he happens to be staying.
He's a danger to everyone in here.
Okay, so I just called security. Yeah. Go ahead and let security know all
I will
this information.
Be more than happy to let them know. Thank you very much.
EDP's detractors have made his life such a living hell that if anything, an arrest or a short stint in prison would almost make his circumstances more comfortable. We'll preface this part by stating that there have been numerous accounts of EDP being arrested, however they never seem to have any rock solid proof to go along with it, so take everything said in the next section with a grain of salt. In late October, a YouTuber by the name of Matt Simon seemed confident that EDP had been arrested, yet provided no evidence or reason for the arrest.
EDP has been arrested. Today is October 25th. It is 11:30 at night, and EDP has been arrested today.
And he was actually arrested today. But I don't know what he was arrested for.
This claim clearly lacks credibility. People in the comments requested evidence, to which there seems to be none. However, a former friend of EDP445 by the name of Felipe claims to have some stronger evidence pertaining to the potential arrest of EDP445. Less than a month ago, on the 3rd of December 2021, he'd uploaded a video titled "Is EDP445 in Jail?" In this video, Felipe explained that while out having dinner, he'd get a call from a private number stating that it was EDP445 who was being held at the Henderson, Nevada Detention Center.
So the third time I picked up, I was like, hello, and it said, this is the Henderson, Nevada Detention Center, inmate for Bryant Moreland. Would you like to receive the call? And I hung up, and then called again, and the same thing happened. Would you like to receive a call? So I said yes, because I was like, I was just curious to see, holy shit, he got arrested, wow, you know?
The issue is the only evidence that he's able to provide is 4 no caller ID calls on his iPhone, which isn't exactly rock solid evidence to say the least, and Felipe's character is suspect at best. He only gets views when he talks about EDP445, and without EDP on the internet to defend himself, anyone can say anything. Additionally, if EDP did successfully change his name in October or November as mentioned previously, this would prove the story to be fake, as the guy states that it was Bryant Moreland on the other end of the phone. One comment stated, looked up every
He could be lying, but it's like when you call him from jail, you can say what name you wanted to say. It's not like it's your actual name that you're in there. You could say, my name is Refrigerator Man. And it's going to say, you have a collect call from Refrigerator Man. So it's like, I don't know. But the nigga could be lying because like they say, you only talk about him. And that's when you get views, so he could be lying.
Every inmate record in Clark County, which is where Henderson is, Kern County, which is where Bakersfield is, and Manatee County.
And I don't even think he get into the phone like that. He could have been calling because if he did get to the phone, he had to call mad times before he couldn't make no more calls. But if he was wasting all his time kind of keep calling you, then he's stupid because it be time frames on certain things and like you gotta lock in and all type of shit like that. So you don't just have access to the phones and there's other people with the phones too, and it's like. And sometimes if you not like that, you not gonna use the phone. So like you're not gonna be able to get to use that phone. Get back to it.
County, which is where Bradenton, Florida is, which said that he was connected to online. No Bryant Moreland is in any of those prisons. In the end, it doesn't really matter whether or not he's in actual prison, as it's safe to say that EDP is a man who made a mistake so bad that even outside of concrete prison walls, he barely has a drop of freedom.
Well, as you can see, that's the end of the video right there. And hey, that's what he gets, man. Like that's what he deserves. Like, you know, EDP445 did some real messed up stuff, and it's like ain't no telling if he's done did that before, if he's done like, you know, you don't know. It's just like you don't know, and it's like you can't be out here functioning in life, living life amongst others, and you just doing this weird type of stuff. Like it's a lot of people that do this stuff, and it's crazy, and it's like why? But it's just like they don't deserve to be out here with everybody else. Like I don't know, it's crazy, but hey, hopefully he is in jail. If he ain't, hopefully he keep falling off and all bad stuff that he deserves just keeps happening to him because he deserves every little bit of it that he gets. So that's just what comes with it. But that's the end of this video. Like I said, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to that channel. It's your boy Creating J. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and a subscribe. And make sure you turn on the post notifications. And you know what I'm saying? Take this journey with me and continue to follow the channel and watch me grow. I'm out. Peace.